Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to online classes. This is C. John Paul, lecturer in English of Sri Venkateswara College of Arts and Science, Amalapuram, affiliated Adhikavanani University, Rajamahendravaram. We have been discussing about the second year, fourth semester, CSS, Communication and Soft Skills paper. First unit is completed. We are discussing about the second unit. Second unit is paragraph writing. The previous videos you have been learned what is paragraph, what is the structure of paragraph, what is need for paragraph, and how to write a effective paragraph, features of paragraph, and these all things, rules of paragraph. So general rules of paragraph, all things learn. And now in this class we are discussing about the types of paragraphs, most important question in the examination point of view. So try to understand how many types of paragraphs and explain. So based on the nature of the subject discussed in the paragraph, the style of writing, paragraphs are divided into three types. Paragraphs are divided into mainly three types, or generally seven. Mainly three types, or generally seven. So I remember one this point in here. Discuss the subject discussed in the paragraph and the style of writing. The style of writing. Paragraphs are divided into three types mainly, generally seven types. Style of writing. It means, I say 1 minute explain what is style. A style depends on two important considerations, audience and purpose. Consider the following two paragraphs. I read now small paragraphs. Try to understand or listen. One is, on noticing the unfamiliar person clothed in gross regal robes, the landman of the rustic academy rose up as if prompted by reverence and fight. At his demonso betrayed a sense of amazement rather than timorousness. This is a small paragraph. The second, another paragraph I read. Seeing the stranger in a beautiful, kindly dress, the village schoolmaster stood up as if forced by respect and fear. But his behavior showed a feeling of wonder rather than timidity. So, both the above paragraphs have the same meaning, both paragraphs, but express it is different styles. This stylistic choice is made by the writer depending on his purpose and his estimate about the reader. The writer of the first text employs an elevated literary style and expect his reader to be familiar with high flown vocabulary. The writer of the second text uses a plain, straightforward style and is addressing an ordinary reader who knows simple English. This is the style. So, based on the nature of the subject discussed in the paragraph and the style of writing, paragraphs are divided into mainly three types and generally seven. They are explained now. So, first one is the descriptive paragraph. Listen carefully. The descriptive paragraph. It means complete explanation. వర్ణించడం. The descriptive అంటే వర్ణించడం. A paragraph which contains a series of sentences with descriptive details which together make up a picture of what the writer is trying to describe is called a descriptive paragraph. Descriptive paragraphs are common in story writing. Writers usually employ adjectives and descriptive language to write a descriptive paragraph. This is the definition of the descriptive paragraph. Example of the descriptive paragraph. సో ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ డిస్క్రిప్టివ్ పారాగ్రాఫ్ ఎట్లా రాస్తారు ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ రీడ్ చేస్తాను. మూవింగ్ వెరీ స్లోలీ అండ్ రైడింగ్ absurdly high over each wave, the little boat was now approaching a white crescent of sand. Behind this was a deep green valley with distinct hills on either side. On the slope of the right hand hill, what houses with brown roofs were settled like resting seabirds, and at intervals trees stripped with hill with block bars, mountains whose sides were flushed with red, but whose crowns were blonde, rose as pinnacle, half concealing another pinnacle behind it. The hour being still early, the whole view was exquisitely light and airy. The blues and greens of sky and tree were intense but not sultry. As they drove nearer and could distinguish details, the effect of the earth with its minute objects and colors and different forms of life was overwhelming after 4 weeks of the sea and kept them silent. This is the descriptive paragraph. The next one is second type of paragraph is the explanatory paragraph. Explanatory paragraph means vivarana. Who can create paragraph giving the details of information in support of the topic sentence. This is the technique used when we explain something with the help of facts and figures. The paragraph which follows is an explanatory paragraph. Example of explanatory paragraph. Kangaroos are found in Australia, Tasmania and New Guinea. Although there are over 40 species of kangaroos, the largest and the most common ones are grey kangaroos and red kangaroos. They can weigh up 90 kilograms 90 kilograms and are 2 meters tat. The kangaroos can hop at the speed of 60 kilometers per hour. The female can hop faster than the male on average. They jump about 1,5 to 3 meters at the time, but they can jump over fences 3 meters high. They live in grasslands and open forests. Grasslands and open forest. The young kangaroo Joey lives in its mother's pouch for about 6 months and slowly becomes independent of her. The average lifespan of the kangaroo is 15 years. If they live to the maximum age around 20 or even 30, they probably die of starvation because their teeth eventually fell out or were out or wear out. The details of explanatory paragraphs should be arranged so as to make the reader follow the explanation clearly from beginning to end. This is the second type of paragraph. The third one is the narrative paragraph. Narrative means story, కథ లేదా ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అనుభవం ద్వారా వచ్చిన కథలు. The narrative paragraph is written to relate an experience or to narrate an incident. The sentences in the narrative paragraph should be carefully arranged in a logical sequence so as to guide the reader to understand the incident properly. It is not always possible to have topic sentence for the narrative paragraph because it depends on the writer's experience or an incident. Each expression may be important. The following is an example of narrative paragraph. ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నెరేటివ్ పారాగ్రాఫ్ చూద్దాం. ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ we take about a month's holiday during Dasara. Last year I suggest to Ray father that we go to Darjeeling. My father agreed. For a whole week we made plans and preparations. It was a week of fever and excitement. Then came the 18th of September, and we, my younger sister, and myself went to the station 1 hour before the scheduled time. But the platform was already full of men, women, and children. I at once felt that most of them were also on a holiday like us. The crowd was indeed so thick that twice or thrice we got separate. Fortunately, our porters were very good and skillful. They had already boarded the train while it was in the yard. As we were worried, but at first it all ended well. This is the example of narrative paragraph. These are three main paragraphs, and remaining paragraphs are also there. So the next one is reflective paragraph. The next one is reflective paragraph. It is simply and shorter format for expressing your thoughts and reflections on a topic. Include a topic sentence that briefly summarizes your thoughts and feelings. Then go on to clarify your topic sentence by providing more details and specific examples. This is the reflective paragraph. The next one, fifth one, is historical paragraph. It will describe an argument or claim about one or more historical events and will support that claim with evidence, arguments, and references. The text must make it clear to the reader why the claim is as severe. This is historical paragraph. The next one is argumentation paragraph, లేదా argumentative paragraph. It is used when you are arguing for and against a claim, or when you are trying to persuade someone to agree with you. If you are asked to write a paragraph that argues and evaluates. The last one is philosophical paragraphs. The seventh one. A little while ago there was a discussion on Reddit about the most beautiful paragraph or sentences you have ever. I don't know about you, but I could really go for some reminders about the beauty of our craft right about now. Let's do a philosophy version of this. philosophy version of this. These are the 7 types of paragraphs. Explain very clearly. And rules for writing a good paragraph after explain. And write a parts of good paragraph. Write a parts of good paragraph. Structure of a good paragraph already explained. And the last one is very important question. How to developing ideas. How to developing ideas and writing paragraph. Very important question. How to developing ideas and writing a paragraph. So the 3 main stages are involved in a paragraph writing. The 3 main stages are involved in a paragraph writing a paragraph. Mainly or namely pre-writing stage, writing stage, editing stage. Writing stage, pre-writing stage, writing stage and editing stage. First of all, pre-writing stage. During the pre-writing stage, one thinks about the subject. One way of organizing these thoughts is mind mapping. This thoughting is mind mapping. First of all, gather all the ideas or facts supporting the topic you are going to write about. Note down all these in terms of words and phrases. You don't need to from sentences at this stage. What you need to do is mind mapping. What you need to do is mind mapping. So, mind mapping is a graphic technique in order to represent ideas on a particular topic. In this technique, the idea move out from the center to the fingers, branches, out and associating with a network of other ideas. Every idea leads to a spray of other association. Look at the following mind map on the concept of happiness. For example, we are trying to write developed. First of all, free writing stage. So think in your mind, drawn a picture. The main point is happiness. How will come to happiness? For example, sharing friends, relaxation, eating food, samosa, sweets, good food, or family, siblings, father, mother, child, husband, wife, beauty, minds, people, designations, painting, pictures, sunrise, sunset, colors, or sunrise, sky, sunset, clouds, nature, open space, greenery, and music. Mind dreaming, resting, listening, singing, sleeping, and recognition, achievements, good performance. These all things the reasons to get reason to get um, happiness. Reasons to get happiness. So You may follow the 6 steps given below to form mental picture. To form mental picture. So, 6 important steps I explain now. 6 important steps I explain now. The first one is most important thing is think carefully. Think carefully. What think carefully about what you are going to write. What you are going to write. This is very, very important. Ask yourself, who is my audience? What am I going to write in this paragraph? What is the most important part of my paragraph? What is my introductory sentences? What facts or ideas can I use to support my introductory sentences? What can I add to make this paragraph are interesting? Do I need more facts on this topic? If yes, where can I find more facts on this topic? These are very, very important questions. First, think carefully about what you are going to write. Ask yourself, who is my audience? What I am going to write in this paragraph? What is the most important parts of my paragraph? What is my introduction sentences? Or what facts or ideas can I use to support my introduction sentences? Like this asked to you. You can draw a picture that is called mind mapping. That is called mind mapping. Second point, the important second step. Now write down your answers to the questions in your notebook. Write down. Now write down your answers to the questions in your notebook. So don't spend a lot of time doing this. Just write what is necessary for you to write the paragraph. You write the paragraph. This is secondary important step. The third one is write down facts related to the topic. Write down facts related to the topic. Make sure the facts you are writing are related to the topic of your paragraph. Avoid all unnecessary details. Write down facts related to the topic only. The fourth one is write down your own ideas related to the topic sentence or make the supporting sentences also. The next one is choose the main idea from the ideas you have noted down. Choose the main idea from the ideas you have noted down. If you are not able to decide the most important point, just choose one point and stick to the throughout your paragraph. The next one is the last sixth point. Organize your facts and ideas. Organize your facts and ideas. Remember, the organization of facts and ideas should develop your main idea. The organization should lead your reader from one point to another point. This is the pre-writing stage. In following, maybe follow the 6 steps given below to from mental picture. Remember once, think carefully about what you are going to write. Second, now write down your answers to the questions to your answers, your notebook. Third one, write down facts related to the topic. Fourth one, write down your own ideas. Fifth one, choose main idea from the ideas you have noted down. Last one, organize your facts and ideas. So the second stage, to develop ideas and writing a paragraph. Writing stage. What is it? Writing stage. Writing stage. This is second stage of developing idea and developing paragraph. Developing ideas and writing a paragraph. Once you have a mental picture of the paragraph, you are ready to write the paragraph. You are ready to write the paragraph. This is the writing stage. Very, very important. Follow the steps given below at this stage. First one, write the topic sentence. Topic sentence. I explained already what is topic sentence. And the second one, in this first point, supporting sentences. Supporting sentence means examples, facts, real live examples. The third one is concluding sentences or ending sentences or closing sentences. These 3 points are main: topic, supporting, closing. And the second one is write clear and simple sentences to express your meaning. Write clear and simple sentences express your meaning. Write clear, it is very clearly, and simple sentences like easy simple English language to express your meaning. You express your meaning. And third one, focus on the main idea of your paragraph. Focus on the main idea of your paragraph. This is the third one. And fourth one is use the dictionary to find any words you need to express your ideas. Use the dictionary to find any words you need to express your ideas. You need to express your ideas. These 4 steps to follow when while you writing stage. The last one, editing stage. And at this stage you check your paragraph for mistakes and correct them. There may be different kinds of mistakes. Follow the steps given below. There may be different kinds of mistakes. Follow the steps given below. The first one is check spelling. These are right or wrong, correct or not. Verify once. Second one, check grammar. It is punctually or grammatically corrected or not. And sentences construction, subject verb agreement. One, check the grammar. And third one, read the paragraph again and again, whether it is correct or not. Find out the some mistakes also. And fourth one, make sure each sentence has a subject. Try to write, make sure each sentence as a subject. The next one, see if your subjects and verbs agree with each other. Agreement, subject and verb agreement is followed correctly or not. The next one is check the verb tense of each sentence. Check the verb tense of each sentence. The final, make sure that each sentence makes sense. Each sentence makes sense. This is the stages of paragraph writing, or how to developing ideas and writing a good paragraph. Stages are this. And now see the some examples how to write the paragraphs. So no risk, no gain. I read just first one. All that glitters is not gold. Appearances are often deceptive. Empty vessels make louder noises. The leaf with no food items filters a lot. Beauty is skin deep. Imaginations could shine brighter than the genuine ones. This is the introduction or topic sentences. Thieves start shouting first. Thief, thief, catch. Devils receipt Vedas. Real gold never boasts of its value. The virtues never aim at showing them off. Only those you lock in real values pretended to have processed them. Appearance have the tendency to mislead and deceive, and therefore go by the soul, not by the surface. Something may shine outward, but what counts really is the inner stuff. Be careful about the glittering goods. So, outward appearance is not important, the inner appearance is main. The moral is don't judge by its cover page. So, write a paragraph on a rainy day. So, another more example. And a rainy day in my city is a mixed experience of joy and horror. That morning when it started raining after a hot summer, all were out in the cottages to cool down the accumulated heat of the summer months. It was a lively scene to see those little devils singing and dancing in the shores. Exactly 9 I started for college. The road by this time was a wide drawn 15 cms deep. Still one has to go to work. As I proceeded on, I saw cars special asking muddy water and playing children throwing water on wall the by process. When I reached college, I found it surrounding with lakhs of water. I was rather foolish to came. I realized there were only a few more over enthusiastic boys like me. I was pouring so heavily that I had to wait in the campus. The canteen did not open after 2 hours. When the rain go was a little more calm, we moved slowly back through the deep water, rushing towards the sea. The topic sentence is a rainy day in my city is a mixed experience of joy and horror. This is the paragraph writings or explanations. So my dear students, utilize these classes and completed this video second unit. The second unit is paragraph structure. In this unit particularly discussing number of things. So next videos I will start paragraph paraphrasing and summarizing unit third. Thank you. Utilize these classes. Don't misuse. Thank you so much.